Hey everybody, this is Rob Shack. So we are going to be doing the Ruf CTR2 car thing, and we're going to use it in the 2-hour Trial Mountain endurance race. So my time is occupied for the next 2 hours, and I hope y'all enjoy. Um, it's a normal car race, so you can't tune the car. I think, pretty sure. Even though what's funny is the little picture on this one showed uh, the whatchamacallit race car. It showed JGTC cars, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But so yeah, we have a Ruf CTR2, which is very strong. Every car in this race seems to have about 276. I'm being pushed currently. It felt like I was being pushed. So my car has, I put on slick tires, not super slick, but like the next level up, in hopes that I like never have to pit, because pitting takes a long time on Trial Mountain, because if you're driving to the side and the AI brake really hard when you leave the pit, so you lose a lot of time. So I'm just gonna kind of hope that I pit very infrequently. The NSX was beating me there for a while, and then he nailed that rock, so I will take that, always. Hope y'all are doing well. I am currently filming this on a Thursday, so I'm not sure when I'll get it published, because it takes a really long time to get it from Elgato to YouTube. So I'll at least know that I am currently racing this on Thursday, and if you're watching it later, I'm not surprised, because it takes a long time for Elgato to process. So the NSX will most likely be in second. He's freaking awesome. I would have used the NSX too, but I want to use a car that's really fast, but one that I hadn't tuned yet, and I've tuned my NSX, and I didn't want to have to undo it all. So I picked the Ruf CTR2, a very fast but very out of control car, and it doesn't turn very well, but that's part of the fun. It also doesn't turn well because of my tires that I have on there. But the goal of that is to just never pit. So we'll just kind of, NSX and I will just drive near each other until he probably, hopefully, will pit before me. Yeah. So hope y'all are doing well. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Sorry that it takes a bit to release these. They take a long time, and then I kind of have to like relax for a while after I do one of these races, so I don't upload too much. But I'll keep doing either like the win races or epic races in between each of my endurance races, because they're fun, but they take a lot of time. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out the rest of the playthrough of Gran Turismo and everything else that I've got going on here. So there's a lot of things I've done in this channel. I've done a couple reviews of a few games, including this one, which is fun. That's a playlist. There's a bunch of playlists. I made them all playlists so you could see what you are looking for, and it's a little bit more organized for anyone who comes new to the channel. So if you are new, that's why I have playlists everywhere. Starting to pull away from the NSX. The CTR is good, but I'm gonna need to pit eventually, obviously. I'm calling that the RX-7 is in third. I'm gonna say the Supra is in fourth. The Skyline is in fifth, and I'm gonna say the Evolution 7 is in sixth, because that's pretty bad. I think. It might be ahead of this GTR, but the Skyline GTR, even though it's an R32, is still so good. So that's just my bet. Y'all can see if I was right. I'll see if I was right later. It looks so good in this game. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It's been a lot of fun making this playthrough. I've never beaten this game. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do 100%. So I know that requires a lot of arcade mode stuff, and I'm like, I'd rather just do the simulation mode stuff, because that's like where the progression really happens. It's been a lot of fun though making this game, and I just thank you guys so much for watching. Pulling ahead of the NSX slowly but surely. Gosh, there we go. Got a little bit of air there. Still beating my old times, barely, but I have so far continuously improved. That last lap was a close call because I kind of hit a wall there. Trial Mountain's a great course. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's one of the ones where you can use a car that doesn't have a higher or top speed, because even though there's a giant straightaway over there, a lot of it is uphill, whether you're going forward or backwards. So you don't really have to have a good top speed on this course. And the rock walls are really hilarious because you can literally push cars into them or get stuck in there yourself. And it can be really painful. Plus, this tunnel is awesome. And it's just, I like the game, I like the courses, how they've evolved since Gran Turismo 1. So I just think that's really incredible. They've really done a good job of, like, Gran Turismo is just so good as a series. I don't know about Sport. I still haven't played Sport. At some point I will maybe play Sport, but I don't know. It just seems very, I don't know, it seems a little bit different. It doesn't seem like a main series game, and that's fine. It seems more like a Gran Turismo prologue / concept, like one of those. Like, it just seems like it's not a real game in the main series, but they're going to use it to springboard into whatever the main series is, and then I'm okay with that. Got some more air there, and I now have officially no longer been beating my times because I did not just now. Using slick tires is kind of a hard thing to do because you really can't turn well. And this car, I picked this car on purpose because I knew it was fast, but I knew that it couldn't turn very well, and so I was like, we'll have some fun with this. I might end up having to pit. I'm gonna basically probably wait till the 10th lap. I want to basically pit after the NSX pits. So that's just kind of what I plan. Like, if my tires are really red by then maybe I'll pit sooner because I'm getting far enough ahead of him. We'll just kind of play it by ear at this point. But yeah, this game is just great. I really enjoy playing it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's funny to be playing a game that's 17 years old, but it's aged so well, and like I've mentioned that in my review, it's just, for being like a game that's 17 years old, it's, what amazes me is how, even though it's, you can see the like polygons and it's like pixelated, but it's so small compared to the Gran Turismo 2, and the way, I guess they do it well, like they make the game look like you're not looking at polygons. Even like, it's, I don't know how to explain it other than that they really make it possible for you as the player to feel like you're playing like a real circuit. Like, yeah, you can't see the inside of your car, but like, I don't know. If there was interior views on this one, it would probably be a little bit better, but I'm like, oh, they did a really good job of not having that be an issue. Okay, so the NSX is pitting a lot sooner than I expected. Because he's lighter, I kind of thought he was going to pit last compared to everyone else that's on this course, but apparently that is not the case here. Now 35 seconds, it's going to keep increasing because, yeah. This is one of those races where it doesn't really matter how often I pit because it's only 2 hours, so it's not like it's a lap time. So I'm like not super motivated to care about that, but I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. If I pit on the 10th lap, that's fine. So the Skyline didn't pit, and the the RX-7 and the Supra both have not pitted yet. That actually surprises me that the Supra, which is one of the heaviest cars out of the ones in this race currently, has not yet pitted. Surprised. Yeah, I definitely think that Trial Mountain's my favorite. No, it's not. Sorry. It's one of my favorites. That's actually a good question. What is y'all's favorite courses on Gran Turismo? I think I've asked that before, but I'd like to know. Let me know what you think about that. I am very curious because I like to see what people think. 42 seconds ahead of the NSX, so that's pretty good. I'm not sure if it's worth it to not pit or to try to just go ahead and start pitting in. I feel like I'll end up being further ahead if I don't pit as often because they will, like the NSX pitted so soon. So I'm like, well, I might as well just go and see what happens. We've got an hour and 50 minutes left. I will definitely not talk the whole time because that is difficult to do. I don't think I have enough things to say for an hour and 50 minutes. But I'll just kind of share my thoughts so far. I wish there were more. I've seen a lot of videos on this recently. There's a lot of montages that are out where it's people that are talking about cars that need to get brought back into from the older games, like cars that were real cars that existed, but for some reason they removed them. And I'm not really sure why they did that. It's like I've played every main Gran Turismo series game. Hey, the evolution isn't last. Look at that. That's kind of what I thought. I've played every main series game, and I definitely think that there was a lot of cars that were out in Gran Turismo 1 that they just like totally. Oh shoot. Well, we just had a nice little roll there, I guess. That's what you want to call that. I played Gran Turismo 1 and there was race cars that were in those games that they haven't brought back, and I kind of wish they would. Like, I missed the NSX GT2 LM edition, whatever that is. The one that's like the special model for Acura in Gran Turismo is the NSX R GT2 Turbo or something like that. That thing's ridiculous. I liked the LM editions of all the cars that were in Gran Turismo 1. I liked the Subaru Rally edition. That was like the really fast one that had like 500 horsepower. That wasn't just a rally car. I liked that version of it. Thought that was like a really awesome car. I really liked. There was a bunch of models of like first gen Viper, the GTS from '96, which hasn't been back in these games in forever. The Venturi. I like the Venturis and the Vector. Those are really good cars. Yeah, there's so many cars. I'll just stop there. Let me know what y'all want. What cars do y'all want to see in Gran Turismo games? Because I am curious, and I like hearing what y'all think. My tires are getting a little bit worn. Still managing to gain time on the NSX, which kind of surprises me. Now laps 2 cars. They will unlap me though when I pit, most likely. So I'm going to start to not gain by as much, and I'm going to pit. I'll pit the end of the 10th lap, just make it an even 10. So that's when I'll pit. Still losing the NSX, which is really funny. Because, I mean, by the end of this lap, he's going to probably start to gain on me. At least I would assume so. I'm kind of hoping he does. If he still loses me that much, I'm really impressed. These 2 cars that I'm coming up on, so it's the Supra and the RX-7. They've been battling, which is actually kind of refreshing. There's like actually a battle happening between 2 cars, because so far I'm pretty sure in like every endurance race I've done so far, cars don't really battle. Like, they pass each other when there's pit times. But it's kind of nice to see the RX-7 and the Supra actually fighting it out for third, which is pretty good. Make or break with a medal, so I'm like, hey, good job, y'all. Getting off the road a little bit, not bad. Yeah, my front right tire is like totally done, so I'm definitely going to pit at the end of this lap. I'll probably cut out my talking after that because I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, let me know in the comments what cars you want to see in Gran Turismo games, and let me know there's something else I said. I don't remember. I just like when people talk, so let me know what y'all think. There's really not much more to say. Y'all saw me have one brief funny moment with the evolution back there where he passed me, but then he hit the rock and I passed him back. But nothing like that has ever happened since, because I don't really have a lot to do. I'm very curious about this battle between the Supra and the RX-7. I kind of hope it just keeps happening for a really long time, but we'll see. Probably what will end up happening is one of them will pit before the other one, and then as a result, they'll never be near each other anymore, which is really annoying. Okay. Well, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go in the pit, and I'll cut off my voice the rest of the time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe and comment, and enjoy the rest of this endurance race.